Crypto Mike says, sups up, my peoples. Hopefully soon we'll hear that from Pedro. Good morning, everybody. It's time for another show. It's another day. It's another week. Mike, I got bad news for you. See this screen over here? That's Pedro's screen. It's blank. It's blank. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good evening, whatever. Thank you for joining us this morning. I guess it's still the morning. I'm in Chicago. I'm on Central Time now. It's morning time. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of DYOR Live. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday, March 25th. The month is coming to a close very quickly here, and so is winter, but it's still miserable out where I am. Thank you for joining us on this afternoon, morning, evening, wherever the hell you are in the world. Thanks for joining us. A lot going on in crypto, right? Right, Pedro? Pedro? No Pedro. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pedro's screen. It is blank. He is running late today, so I decided to get the show started without him since I've had a lot of practice doing it without him. He will be joining us shortly. Hopefully here, and it'll show up there. Anyway, good morning to all of you. Good morning, Matt Rhodes. Happy morning, DYOR Live. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Crypto Mike, I didn't give you your honors there. That's right. Space Cat coming to us from the gym. Appreciate it. Space. Final frontier. Rose Oakley coming to us from Fort Lauderdale. Thank you very much. Last night I was very fortunate to be on Rose's show last night. I was a guest. Many of you joined. Thank you very much for bombing Rose's channel and supporting her efforts. But I was on her Twitter Spaces, or X Spaces, whatever you want to call it, and told the DYOR story, the Tom story, the everything story, chastised people for selling too early or not taking profits, which are incongruous with each other, and had a good conversation with the mainnetz community. So we thank them, thank Rose and the community for having me on. I say us because we're a community too. Bling! And it was good. So in the comments, you can see Rose's name. Just go to Twitter, search that, Rose Oakley, and you'll find her, and you'll find a link to last night's Spaces. It was good. It's good. I've probably told a couple things about me and the channel on there that I haven't told you guys. Little did you know. Jason says, another amazing show about to start. I wonder what will be talked about today. Me too. Me too. One of the things that we were supposed to talk about was all sorts of charts and stuff like that. Pedro had a lot of catching up to do, but he's running late. Shireen, thank you. Another one of the Spurgis family joining us. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Crypto Mike says it was a great Spaces last night. It was. Rose is a great host. Apparently, she has a lot of practice controlling her community there that gets on. Some of them are quite interactive, as they say. I'm talking about you, Cars. Cars isn't. Yes, exactly. Like, Cars guy was hilarious. And he had a Twitter Spaces on after that I listened to for a little bit. And it was just hilarious. Cars and that other lady that was on that had Rose had the 5 points questions that she came on and asked. I can't remember her name. Anyway, they were on that. They were on their own show later, and that was just out of control. Anyway, it's good to see other creators doing stuff, other people hosting and doing all kinds of great things. One of the things that, see, I have on my list of things. Ask Pedro how his week was. Pedro, how was your week? Dude, bro, oh, it's awesome. My peoples love it. Thanks, Pedro. Maybe we get one of you guys to do Pedro. Space Cat says it was X-rated. Yeah, I only listened to it for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. 'Cause yesterday I started the day in Toronto early in the morning and then finished up late last night with the Spaces. Needless to say, striking was wiped out. Good impersonation. You don't need Pedro now. Okay, really, let's see right here the numbers here. Here on the chart, it's going to go up, and then it's going to meet a little resistance, and then it's going to come back down into this zone here where these lines are and these numbers that you can't read, and then it's going to turn on. It's going to go. If the volume picks up, it's going to go up. If the volume drops off, it's going to go down. My peoples. Pedro, where are you? I hope you're listening. Anyway, one of the things that we talked about. Oh, for those of you that we're not got a little alpha for you from the Pepsi people on mainnetz. Some really good news coming out of the mainnetz Pepe Frog meme coin contract. Turns out it's not such a meme coin contract. You know, the meme coin contracts basically say we're here to do nothing other than you pump the bags and I'll sell out from under you. And hopefully a bunch of you people can ride it before the house of cards collapses. That's a proper meme coin. Turns out pepez is not exactly that and is more under the hood. You know, before I finish that story, I'm going to, I forgot to finish sharing the show. I dropped this in about 10 different rooms, as they say. One second. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. All right, where am I posting this? I drop it in about a bunch of different Telegram rooms to get viewers, and it works. And it works to get the people from the DeFi Dojo Lounge, Boddington's. That's a good Boddington's a good room. Always good alpha in that one. Good guys. And then where else? Where else should I drop this? My Telegram on desktop is here in Chicago, slightly different than the one in Canada. Oh, gotta do the roundtable. Drop in this one Telegram room called Roundtable Crypto Lounge, and it's all people that have been rugged by this one guy named Roger Malcolm. It's really cool. They get new people in that come in now, and they're like, oh my God, this guy did this and this guy did that, and what can we do? And then people are like, we've been in here a year, dude. There's nothing you can do. Oh, that's hilarious. No, it's not. All right, I've dropped this around where I need to. Sorry to interrupt the mojo there, ladies and gentlemen. But we're talking about. Thank you, Rose. Appreciate it. You know, I don't get to a lot of rooms that a lot of other people do. Everyone has their own rooms that they're good, that they're strong in, that get people's eyeballs, and that allow you to post links without banning you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mike says about Pedro. Hey, bro, the chart's going up. Gonna go down here, then up. You should sell here and buy here. Yes, exactly. Anyway, let's just start right off because my show agenda is blown out. Talking about a little bit of alpha about mainnetz's meme coin, pepez, whatever you want to say. As I was saying, they're not exactly hold on one sec. And here's Pedro. Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro is in the car, late returning from his morning appointments. Anyway, let's talk about Pepsi. I'll try to get. I've been interrupted twice, and thank you those for joining us from the different rooms that I've just posted, and thank you to the Pepsi people that are joining me. Like I was saying, trying to say, it's not just a meme coin. Most meme coins, like I said, are just, yo, bro, here it is, just the contract address, put your money in it, and I'm going to steal all your money later, but hopefully you can ride the wave and sell a little bit before I steal the rest of it. That's a typical meme coin. And there's a web page of a chicken or a dog or frog or something like that, and it's a disclaimer at the bottom that says, this is just a meme coin. This is no utility at all. And so when Pepe launched on mainnetz, I thought that was exactly the same thing because I had been bugging the mainnetz people on the air here, saying, "Hey, bring some eyeballs. You guys need a meme coin." And how was I wrong? I mean, my God, I was wrong. It's not just a meme coin. First of all, it comes on, and a strange thing happens. The developer, or the guy that runs it, he's not the code dev, the guy that runs it, or girl that runs it, I don't know, interacts with everybody and updates people on what's going on. And like, wait a minute, this isn't a meme coin. What the hell's going on here? Let me just bring the chart up here. And, or the website or whatever. See, I wasn't prepared for this. And tells people what's going on. Like, oh, no, we're going to do this, that. And one of the biggest problems was that there was no bridge. There is no bridge to mainnetz. And so we started a meme coin without really a way for everyone to FOMO into it. Which is difficult because people, as soon as they hear like when Base started up and what's that other one? Blast now, and all these things start up. As soon as the meme coins get going on it, the bridges are overloaded with people throwing money at it. And with mainnetz, which is an interesting project, trust me, they're not paying me for any of this. I mean, I'm just doing this because it's really interesting. They did things in reverse. Mainnetz launched on a bunch of exchanges first. And then worked on their DeFi, which frankly, when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, that's weird. And then after thinking about it, I'm like, that's the right way to do it. It's on all the exchanges. There's no when exchange, that type of stuff. Their coin is very liquid because it's able to be traded. I think they're on 8 exchanges now. And then that gives them time to get their DeFi world set up and run correctly. And then once their blockchain launches, they have immediate liquidity because there's so many exchanges and access to people around that can come right to their start using their blockchain for projects that launch on it. It's like, that sounds good. But so there's no bridge. That means a meme coin has to rely on people getting tokens from exchanges and coming in, which is not easy for meme coins because meme coins happen that fast. The word gets out, boom, we got to go. Meme coin, you got 10 minutes. There's no time for an exchange. Turns out some of these exchanges are actually pretty easy to work with. L-Bank, that type of stuff. If you're in the US, you still got to use a VPN to get there. Surprised NordVPN hasn't come to the show here trying to sponsor that. But anyway, it wasn't easy. And so we were talking to the mainnetz people and said, hey, you need a bridge. And they're like, well, it's not time for that yet, and we've got other things to do. I don't know what the actual story is. This is what people are telling me or posting in the room there. They got the other priorities, which is good. Stick to your priorities. Do what you need to do. So the mainnetz people weren't going to do the bridge, or yet. So the Pepsi people said, we're going to do it. We're going to do a bridge. Have you ever heard of a meme coin developing a bridge for a level 1 chain, potentially to be the bridge? Have you ever heard of that? No, I've never heard of that. Imagine if SHIB or any of those groups said, oh, you don't need to go to someone else's bridge. You can just use our bridge. We already have one, and we're a week old. That's the most amazing thing ever. But I got to take a pause here and give the old holla out for Yanni. Yo, I only got 5 minutes due to work. Appreciate you, my Ottawa friend. Eternal, Pepsi, Netzy, mainnetz, Zinu. Time to revolutionize blockchain technology. Much love, fam. Thor's out. Thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. As Pedro and I always say, the super chats go directly to helping us build this channel back up. Not build it back up, but build it up, promote it. Paying the bills. Content delivery systems are not cheap here. It's not just YouTube. This thing goes out on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and soon to be Apple TV. It's on Vimeo. You can watch my show on almost every smart TV across the land. Not just on the YouTube app, but I'm not. You know what? I don't know if I have the Samsung TV enabled. But anyway, Yanni, thank you very much. Thor's. I know you got 2 different names. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm always it's always amazing to see that you do this on the air and someone sends you their money. You're very welcome for the follow. Welcome to the Kick family. Fox Warrior Gaming. Love and give to hear streamers of the good work. Thanks for watching us on Kick. I really appreciate it. I run the stream on Kick. Just to get viewers like you to come on over to YouTube and participate in the conversation. But anyway, we're talking crypto, all that type of stuff. Feel free to come on over to the YouTube. Just go to YouTube, search DYOR Media, and you'll find us. Cortez says, the story is that if mainnetz builds every component of the blockchain, then it centralizes the ecosystem by allowing other devs to build integral components, decentralizes the operation. Well, that makes sense. Decentralizes the control of it, decentralizes the risk. That is a good thing. It's on 8 different exchanges. I mean that's a good point. By being on so many exchanges, it's essentially decentralized. Good point. Anyway, thanks for explaining that to me. I appreciate it. And Fox Warrior Gaming, I don't know what those little blue guys are, but thanks for participating. Thanks for following us on Kick. Don't get a lot of viewers from Kick, but certainly enjoy it when we do. All right, so let's get the let's see. Let's pretend we're Pedro's here and Tom's screen. There we go. This is the pepez chart. Launch, actually, as many of you know, it launched actually way down here somewhere. This is when it got on CoinGecko, or not CoinGecko, Gecko Terminal. Gecko bought whomever and rebranded it Gecko Terminal. And it's been consolidating, as Pedro would say. Well, it's been trading well, lots of good volume, consolidating, getting ready to break out. But there's been a couple of wallets that have been selling right at $5 million market cap. Just won't let it get above it. Every time, as soon as we have a good buying spree, they sell off. Whoever's doing that, stop doing that. Let it break through resistance. So the chart shows good news. Having a cap on it so it can't go any higher is bad news. Don't do that. I will scold you again. Where's my
I fart in your general direction.
Exactly. And
your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
That's the person who's selling off our chart here. Let it go. I realize that we're in this for a little bit longer period than a week, but new eyeballs are new eyeballs, and every time it goes up and someone sells it off, it's not good. Let it rise and consolidate for a little while, let it get through its resistance level. It wants to. People come in and buy it, and then you sell it off. It's not fun. Anyway, they're building a bridge. So this problem's going to solve itself. As soon as they build a bridge, money's going to flow in and the price go boom. For both Pepsi and mainnetz. I mean, I don't know how the bridge is going to work, but if it comes in Pepsi, yeah, I guess that's a good point. If Mr. Dev is listening, let us know how it's going to work. Do people come in directly into the Pepsi token, or they come into mainnetz token? I guess they would have to come into mainnetz token or coin. Anyway, it's super interesting. It's super interesting to think of the concept, and if you're not in this project, you should be. This is not financial advice that's running down here. I'm not telling you to buy or sell anything. I'm not telling you to invest anything. What I'm telling you is this is good news from a news perspective. from a host of an entertainment show. This is all good news here, because when you go to tell people, say, well, how do you buy it? Oh, they have their own bridge. So what? No, they have their own bridge. Just bridge over. It bridges over into netz, and then you buy Pepsi, or it just bridges right into Pepsi. I don't know, whatever it is, or bridges over into USDTZ. Whatever. It's all good news, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I thought I had it set up so I could bring in Telegram comments too. I guess I'll ask that question. Where is Mr. Or Mrs. Could be. Will the bridge settle on the netz side in netz or in USDTZ? Pepsi. Anyway, so it's really interesting. It's a marketing thing. If anyone else has seen a meme coin that has its own bridge, please let me know. Because all we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks, not all, we've been talking about a lot of stuff, but what we've been talking about the past couple of weeks has been the correlation to being one of the first proper meme coin on a level 1 chain is generally the one that goes boom. Goes boom, and I mean boom like SHIB boom, and that type of stuff. Hold on, what did Rosemary was kind enough to send the spaces. Oh no, she sent me the other person I was talking about. Oops. All right, what else we got up here? So thank you to the Pepsi people for being a proper token. And, full disclaimer, obviously I'm invested in it. In mainnetz. Pitmonk talked me into buying it. And then when the meme coin happened, they did what I said needed to happen. They did that too. Let's see. One of my influencer friends sent me this one. Friends. Oh, that one didn't work out. No, it appears to be on ETH. Why do people launch meme coins on ETH anymore? I don't understand it. I don't understand that at all. Another one sent me this one. Turtle. Oh, that's starting to sell off. Turtle on, looks like it's on Solana or Crow. This one's on Crow. Crow's had a lot of a resurgence of meme tokens lately. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, this one, Ka, I bought, but way down here. way down here. I bought it like right about there, and then I sold it right there. To be honest, I didn't sell it all. I thought I sold it all, and so I sold it down here. And then it goes all the way up like that, and I'm like, God damn it. And then it went down. Then it's so I had a small. I guess I left a moon bag in, but CAW is going up. That's Crow with Knife. You've heard me talk about it. Carmen Crypto in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Carmen Crypto. She's back on land. She was off on a cruise down south somewhere, enjoying time off with her significant other. Welcome back, Carmen Crypto. Had I known you were doing nothing and sitting around, I would have had you fill in for Pedro this morning. Carmen Crypto in the house. Another interesting one that is getting a lot of traction in the rooms, as they say, is this one, Crow Fam. Although, let me refresh that chart. Oh, same chart. As you can see, when this thing launched, it launched big, and then it dumped. And so I didn't buy into this one, but when it dumped right here, see, I don't have. It dumped here. I was like, oh, thank God I didn't buy it. And then it promptly went right back up. But this is a classic meme coin that came out of nowhere and boomed, and then the developer took most of the money out of it. But people still FOMO'd in, and it dragged along for a while. But now the volume's dropping off. Actually, the volume is not dropping off. What's going on? I'm going to have to put this one on to look into more. My friends at Audit Chains, our sponsor, their token is still doing well. It's up 5x this year. It's really good. Very thin liquidity, but they're getting ready. I bring them up because they're having an initial node offering. That's right. They're for their chain or for their protocol. They're going to have 2,200 nodes, I believe, and they're going to have an initial node offering. So if you're someone that runs a node, this one will be a moneymaker for you. If you're thinking about investing in it, DM me, and I'll get you to the people that are handling that for Audit Chain. Drano is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Drano is in the house. LeBron James, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. You must be having fun this week with March Madness starting. Thank you for the nice... Yeah, it was a nice space last night. I agree. For those of you not part of March Madness, you should be. It's too bad. It's like for those of you in Europe or the UK or something like that, imagine compressing the whole Premier League or Championship series football season. Compress it down into 3.5 weeks. That's all you got. You got it 3.5 weeks to run the whole thing, and the last team standing at the end wins. Houston is not taking it. Purdue is taking it, baby. Purdue is taking it. Last year, Purdue, number 1 seed, loses in the first round to the 16th seed in their bracket, and I think it was like the 64th seed in the tournament. It was awful. Humiliated. Roost Coin will be launching on Base. May need to have a good look. Should be big. Oh, you know what I wanted to... I guess I'll ask, what are people using to bridge over to Base? I've currently not traded on anything on Base. Need a good swapper or a bridge to get over there. Houston is not taking it. Purdue is taking it. Every year I say Purdue's going to take it. Fun fact, the coach of Purdue, Matt Painter, went to Purdue the same time I did. And my buddies and I may have used to have a few drinks with the with the basketball team back then. We lived in a fraternity house that we'll just say was not that popular with women. They thought we were just a bunch of drunken assholes. And it turns out people that are usually the center of attention, like the basketball team, like to hang out with a bunch of other guys, not having to worry about all the other social aspects. So I used to go over to our house and get hammered all the time. It was a lot of fun. Oh, it was a lot of fun. And now Matt's the coach of Purdue. Good for him. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, AutoChain's having their initial node offering. If you're someone into running nodes, or if you're just into making money, but understand tech a little bit, so you know how to run, at least operate a node and what to look out for. Because they're a project that actually charges external people a lot of money to use their protocol, and all of that needs to be validated. So there's actually serious money coming through their nodes when it gets up and started. You know, I don't know. While I'm full on in March Madness, I didn't do a bracket this year, so I don't have one handy. I guess we could look at that. Or someone could. Appreciate it. Oh, there'll be a wager. That's right. 1,000 netsees. Or a thousand... we'll do it. We'll need the attention to Pepsi, so we'll bring the bet to Pepsi. All right, Pedro should be getting home right about now. Yeah, it's not in the studio yet. Anyway, but let's get back to crypto. And what good news do we have in crypto? Thanks for going over the meme section with me here. But what good news are we talking about in crypto? And it's literally on the screen with me here. I'm kind of big today. This, ladies and gentlemen, we're back up to 70,000. 70,000 bucks. That's right. And why? This was an interesting one, and I have a theory why we've pumped this morning. And BNB's back up to like almost 600 bucks again. Where is my? See, it's my first day back at a different computer. Chuck Jensen in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
You using the whole fist doc?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't watched the movie Fletch, please go do it. Chuck, I got to tell you that I'm just going to have to go read it. I'm going to have to go read it. I installed pal.ai in the DYOR Media TG room, and I've been feeding all of the URLs for the show into it, and the AI has been learning all about our shows and can summarize. You can ask it pretty much any question, and it does a great job summarizing. And so I started asking it other questions like, who is... Hold on, I'll tell you in a second once I get to it. Where is it? Here, I asked it. I said, "Who is Drano?" Drano, you'll enjoy this. I don't know if you saw this in my group. And the AI comes back and says, Drano, also known as Dro, I don't know why it says that, is a member of the DYOR Media community who actively participates in discussions during live streams. He is mentioned in the video DYOR Media Live, yada, 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 where the host interacts with viewers and Drano's presence in the chat. Drano is associated with the mainnetz community and involved in conversations about various topics related to cryptocurrency and trading. In the video, the host acknowledges Drano's contribution and engages with him on different subjects, showcasing the interactive nature of the channel. Drano's active participation in the live stream discussions adds to the dynamic and engaging atmosphere of the show. This is the AI, right? I didn't write this. So I said, pal, who is Chuck the Doc? Chuck the Doc is a character mentioned in the conversation during a live stream on the DYOR Media Network. The mention of Chuck the Doc occurs in the video, yada, 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 published, blah, blah, blah. In the conversation, Chuck the Doc is humorously portrayed as a doctor who performs a prostate exam using a humorous movie reference from the film Fletch. The host of the live stream discusses creating a sound effect for Chuck the Duck and engages in banter about various topics, including Chuck's presence on the show and the potential catchphrases associated with him. Chuck the Duck is depicted as a supportive viewer and contributor to the show, with references made to his interactions with the host and other viewers frequently. That's in the DYOR Media Crypto Smackdown room. If you're not in it, just go to Telegram, search DYOR Media, Striking's Crypto Smackdown, and that's it. And you can go and type /PAL, PAAL, and ask it any question you want about the show. It's really funny. And it not only does it funny, it gave me some insight about me. And I typed typed my name. And it gave me a background. And then I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting. And then I asked it about certain topics. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And I told it to summarize my view of bricks. And it came right out and said how I didn't like it. Carmen, hey, I'm going to do it right now, Carmen. We're going to do this live on the air. Pal. Who is Carmen Crypto? It gives a thinking bubble. And then it usually thinks for about a second here. Kansas Zeno Pep says Pepsi all the way. Thank you very much. We just got done talking about Pepsi, but I'm sure we'll talk about it again. We're talking about PAL AI and how I installed it in the DYOR Media TG room. Here we go. Who is Carmen Crypto? Carmen Crypto is a prominent figure in the crypto and blockchain space. She is known for her active involvement in various projects and her advocacy for women in the industry. Carmen Crypto is often seen participating in conferences, lobbying for government blockchain initiatives, and engaging in business development activities. She is recognized for her hard work, dedication, and promotion of innovative technologies within the crypto community. Carmen Crypto's contributions to the space have earned her the title of Crypto Queen amongst her peers. How about that? How about that? That's AI for Carmen Crypto. Drano says, we can play in the Final Four. Let's hope Purdue doesn't choke. Purdue has a long history of choking in the final, or not in the Final Four, but in March Madness. Chuck says his PAL thing is awesome. It's really funny. It says you could do these all show long. Carmen says I've been prompting well. Yeah, let's do it. PAL. What is stag? Let's see what it says when I say what is stag. Do do do. Should have a timer. Do 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 do. It even says at the top, PAL. My PAL is typing. Stag is a cryptocurrency project that has been discussed on the show. It is a small cap project with a market cap of $180,000 and a liquidity of $23,000. I don't know if that's correct or not. The project has experienced some price fluctuations, with the token trading as low as, it says $4 to $5, then rising to $96. That may not be right. The daily chart for Stag has shown positive movements, especially after launch. Gaining more, blah, blah, blah. Project's been supported by influencers, seen significant growth with the token price from 3 cents to 21 cents and even reaching $96. Okay. The AI doesn't get it all right. Overall, Stag is a project that has shown resilience and potential for growth, a dedicated community backing its progress. It's been discussed on various videos on the DYOR Media Network, highlighting its journey and achievements in the crypto world. That's really funny. Anyway, I'm teaching the AI. First, I'm feeding it all the background stuff, and then I'll start adding in other content. I told it to restrict itself to the content I feed it and not go out to the internet and look for other stuff at this point until I can get used to things. Uh-oh, my peoples. My peoples, what do we have going on here? If I'm using the word my peoples, what does that mean? Let's see if I can get Senor Pedro up here. Pedro, are you there? Hola. I cannot hear you if you're not talking yet. On this end, it says you're live. Not on the air, but on my monitor. So let me know if you can hear me, Pedro. If not, call me. if you can't hear me, you're not going to call me anyway. Up. All right, you're live in my ear. Just come on. Just let me know when you're ready. It's all right. No problems. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Pedro's screen here now has a chart on it. We'll let him talk about all this business up here. He's getting his system ready to go, and I'll have him on when he's ready. Matt Rhodes says, question mark? I don't know what the question mark means. Anyway, we'll have Pedro on in a minute here. But it's the PAL AI thing is a lot of fun. I was going to start talking more about BTC and other types of stuff in the market, but Pedro's going to come on, so we'll let him handle that. Space Cat, I hope the gym is doing well. Space Cat and I were both at Toronto Airport almost at the same time. But nope. And then I did manage to fly over London, Ontario. Someone said, was it? I can't remember which one of you guys it was. Anyway, we'll have Pedro in the house here in just a minute. But I'll take this time to do a little social media. Thank you. Thank you, everybody watching on YouTube. We're not on LinkedIn today, giving LinkedIn a break. Until I can start getting some guests to interview again, because those seem to do really well on LinkedIn. My general shows that I put up there do not do so well there. Shane Storrs in the house. Alfie, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. The mail. You've got mail. That's your icon, YouTube icon. You've got mail. Youngsters might not know what that means. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming to watch me ramble on. The AOL days, exactly. Pepsi to 10 million by midnight, Drano says. Kansas AOL to the moon. I gotta tell you, AOL was a meme coin. They mooned it and they blew it. Moon? Zero. When they did that merger with Time Warner, I was like, that's not going to work. I actually worked for a company that merged with someone else that was a disaster. I was working for a manufacturing company, and we merged with a consulting company. And the manufacturing guys were all from the middle of the country in the U.S. And we'll say we all love to drive pickup trucks. Shoot things, and drink bourbon. That's what we love to do. And the consulting guys were all former FBI guys who like to wear suits every day and have lunch at the club. I might add, I like having lunch at the club. But and we're like traditional. They're all. The analogy will be crypto versus TradFi banker guys. The manufacturing company I worked for was more like crypto, innovative, fast, new products, making them like every day, working hard to make this stuff. And this consulting company bought us because they thought it was going to fit their product line for some reason. I don't know why. And it didn't work. I mean, imagine a crypto company merging with a traditional, Wall Street, brokerage that starts working at 9. Is on lunch from 11 to 1 and has 2 martinis. Then by 4, they're done for the day. That's not going to work. Anyway, it didn't work. It didn't work, and the consulting company sold their little division off. And then I stopped working for them, went to work for a competitor because it was a disaster. And then shortly thereafter, it absolutely mooned. The company just blew up, went public, and went. It was like I was giving you that example of Ka earlier when I said I sold way down here, and then it boomed right after that. That was the old company I used to work for. I'm trying to get Max Chain, Respan, and Facilify, if I can't pronounce it, to come on your show. They'll come if they want. They'll come if they want. But thank you for trying. Appreciate it. All you got to do is contact me. Max Chain. I think, is the mayor from Akron here? I think the mayor from Akron knows a lot about Max Chain, too. Oh, yeah, I asked it who the mayor of Akron was. I asked Pal that, who is the mayor of Akron? Who is the mayor of Akron? Mayor of Akron is actually not a farmer, but a political figure in the context you provided. The individual referred to as mayor of Akron has discussed various topics related to projects and market updates. The conversation seemed in touch on cryptocurrency, market liquidity, and the impact of news articles, yada, yada. Mayor of Akron also mentioned names like Gary Gensler and discussed the House Agricultural Committee's meeting in Washington, D.C. I don't know if that's true or not. It's important to note that the mayor of Akron mentioned various projects and market updates during the conversation, but did not specifically identify themselves as a farmer. The discussion seemed to be more focused on cryptocurrency market dynamics and political events rather than agriculture or farming. Just hilarious. What's Pedro got? What's his charts? I guess I could put it on here. Oh, carjacking. Carjacking. In Chicago here, I live on one of the main east-west streets in the city, at pretty much ground level, and it's in between two police districts. There's one to the south. That side of the street is one police district. This side is another police district. So I get cops from both districts going up and down the street with lights and sirens on all day. Those of you who haven't been paying attention, Chicago has been going through a smidge of a crime problem. Smidge. Why isn't... Oh! Nice. Hold on, Pedro. You're not live yet. All right, Pedro, now you're live. Hold on, Pedro. Hold on, Pedro. You're. I don't. For some reason, you're not going out to the show yet. Here. Let's see. What are you? It's this one, I think. All right, give me another try at it. Nope, not yet. Hold on. Here. Keep talking there, brother. Oh, I see the problem. Hold on one second. I got you. Get you wrong here. Let's see. Change. Media. Where the hell? It was good. We had a good time. Hold on. I gotta focus on this so I don't screw it up here. Cable A input. All right. Now how about it, Pedro?
All right, my people.
There we go.
Doing? Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the house. Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst.
What's up, my peoples? Hope everybody's doing well. It is a beautiful day out here. Beautiful day. How you doing, Tom? How was the meeting yesterday? And I know that you were on a podcast.
I was on a Twitter Spaces. Yeah, it's on Twitter Spaces for one of our listeners here, Rose Marie. I don't know if you're still listening, but I was on her podcast last night, and it was Spaces, and it was good. It was good. It went on for about almost 2 hours, and I told the whole DYOR Media story from 3 years ago to trying to develop a show and talking about Rugged, Ruined, and Wrecked, and then talking to you about coming on the air to replace a guy that had bugged out on me, and all the way up until the channel just really starting to take off in the past couple of months.
Yes.
And then we talked about just crypto in general, and people asked questions. It was a great. Oh, I don't have your background up here. Hold on a sec, Pedro. Anyway, while I'm fixing up your feed here, Pedro, tell everyone where have you been?
Yes. Oh, so I had to take care of some stuff in another country. I was trying to take care of some things, and kind of turned out to be a bunch of just dud. But it was something, for my project and things that I was doing there. And then after that, I had come back, and then I got sick for the last week. Once I came back, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And so then I'm pretty much, that's where I've been. I've just been kind of getting healthy. I came back, I think it was last Monday, and thought I could get moving and get going again, but it just kind of took me out. So then it's just kind of like where I've been, but it's not like I haven't wanted to be here. It's been super, super, super busy, and I've been keeping in contact with Tom, letting him know all the stuff that I'm going on and everything that is happening. So it was, I've actually missed the DYOR family here. So
well, they certainly missed you. They
Yeah.
certainly missed you, and I just can't figure out why your screen isn't on here.
It's ready.
I know
ready.
it's on one scene, but it's not on the scene that. There we go.
That matters. Here we go. Oh, but where's your whole entire makeup?
Hold on a sec. Now I've got an echo. I gotta mute that.
Echo.
All right, sorry for the technical things, ladies and germs, but we'll get it here in just a moment. All right, Pedro. There's me. There's Pedro. There we go. Now we're back at it. Let's see. Space Cat says, at least we can see Pedro. Well, we can't see him. How do we know it's really him? You don't, ladies and gentlemen. I could be doing both characters here in this Matrix-like universe. Pedro, you disappear on me? I think you put yourself on mute.
I did put myself on mute because I was coughing, and then I forgot to unmute myself. Nice. But a lot of news for crypto, though, with Europe and what's been going on there with, DeFi, and that's just been nuts.
Oh yeah, what is the news that's coming out of Europe? Are they passing some more draconian laws again?
Yeah, they are, dude. I mean, they're at a point now where it's like, you need to make sure that you can't, kind of like what America's trying to do, where it's like you can't, buy anything that doesn't have a social security, that you can't track. It's absolutely, my Pedro is frozen.
No, it's just the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, and they even said that you can't use cash.
Yeah.
Lot more that like a business can't use cash in a transaction over 3,000 euro or something like that. You just not allowed to pay cash. I don't know if that rule is passed or if it's trying to be passed, but the people in England or in the UK are like, thank God we got out of that disaster.
Dude, it's just nuts, man. Like why such a heavy? And I mean, here's the thing. We know that China and what they're trying to do well with Russia, dude, and that whole entire circumstance, what's been going on, that's been getting nuts. And I was listening to are you familiar with what's the guy's name? Andrew, but he's a CIA guy. Andrew Butami. I was listening to him talk about some of the stuff that was actually happening with China as well as with Taiwan. He's talking about like almost the whole entire Congress is pro-China. Like they're super pro-China, and yet the president and a few other people are against, but they have the primary people like the people themselves don't want it, but literally it's nuts, man. Like some of the stuff that's going on there, and then what we see what's going on with crypto down in South Africa and how they're pushing hard there for that. It's so much, man. I've been just keeping up going, this is getting like nuts. And then we have the wars. And,
right.
And it's just kind of nuts. Anyways, back to Bitcoin here. Bitcoin did do a nice little sell-off from the all-time highs that I talked about. And now I thought we were going to come back down to this 49,000, 47,000 area here. But we actually bounced off about 60,000. So I was about 1,000 points off. Now we're continuing up. So this is a good sign. This nice little pullback for about 2 weeks, week and a half, 2 weeks was actually a good thing here. Because that means like this is what happens. So a liquidity pool right here was set up. There are a lot of people taking profit here, as well as a lot of shorts, right? So a lot of those shorts got stopped out, which are buys. And then when those buys happen, right? I always talk about this. When buys happen and institutions are involved, they take the other side, right? And so they'll go in and they'll take the sells of the buys coming in, drop it, right?
Right.
And then because people are buying here, right? They'll sell it off, and these people who are buying are losing money, and then they release their short, right, and their buys to sells, and then what happens is they've got a ton of volume stepping in right here of people selling, and who takes again the other side? The institutions. They go in and they buy back the sellers at this level. The thing is, I really thought we were coming back down to this area here. We came down to this demand area, which is decent, and I expected this, but I thought they were going to stop out all these people here, sitting right here, and then push it back up. But look, they're looking like they're pushing it up. So,
well, one of the things that happened this morning, like last week, people were complaining about Bitcoin just kind of sitting around and doing nothing. And you can see on your chart here, it just went up, down, up, down, up, down for the past few. This is the daily chart, I assume, right?
Yep.
And there's a theory that I just made in my head, but I'm sure it's true. And that last week, if you look at the inflows into ETFs, they're down as well. In fact, they're almost flat, except for Grayscale selling still. That there just wasn't much going on. I think at BlackRock, there's only one guy that has the BTC wallet button, that they trust. I think there's only one guy or girl, just person. And that person was on vacation last week. I swear it makes so much sense because we've seen a couple of Mondays now since January 15th in which people come back to work and at about 6 a.m., 7 a.m. right in there, all of a sudden BTC pumps with a whole bunch of buys. And it's when these trading desks open up, and obviously crypto trading desks work, 24 hours a day and that type of things. But, the big Wall Street firms, a guy comes into the office, sits down and says, oh, we got, 20 billion more shares of ETFs. I need to buy some Bitcoin. Click, click, click. But last week he's out. He's down visiting Rose in Fort Lauderdale or something. He's hanging out. And then he comes back today because there was no big Monday morning pump last week. I was ready for it. I was like, let's play this. And then it didn't. Oh, and now we've had a sell-off. So we pumped this morning. What time frame is that chart?
No. This isn't. This is the shorts, and these are
Oh,
the
oh.
longs actually happening. So you can see, like, this is people buying and selling the market here. Literally, the actual coin itself. You can see here that people are actually selling off their coin, right? And so that means that once we get back down into this area here,
The
which is
the green area? Yeah, we really
down.
can't see your mouse on this chart.
Oh, let's see. Where my crosshair is at, around this 40,000 area, right here on the right. If you see, right next to Tom, you'll see that around this 40,000, 28,000 area is where I'm expecting to see some major buyers step in, and so we're already seeing a sell-off here of longs. Basically, people are selling off their actual coin itself. At the same time, we're also seeing shorters, right, relinquencing or getting, I don't know, obviously, because we saw, like, in the last couple of weeks, they really put in a bunch of shorts, it sold off, and now they're releasing that. So we're coming down to an area where there would be a bunch of buyers, literally from a, like, standpoint of buyers, literally buyers. Like, this is back at September of 2022, when I think this is when Bitcoin hit the 15,000 mark area, 20,000 mark area, and then we saw a big pump of people buying it, right? So obviously this is Grayscale. This is a lot of those companies that went through. You can see here that Grayscale is selling off their position here, but they're selling off their position from this area here back in April of 2022. I'm going to switch to Bitcoin here just so that so you can sit there and see where they really made their money at. April of 2022, right here. So this is April of 2022 here. April, right here at this level here. And you can see they really put in a lot of big position right here. So around 2022, price was around $40,000. So between 40,000 and 60,000, this is when they became profitable throughout this whole entire point. Right here. Give me 1 second. Those are shorts, these are the longs. And when was this in particular? This really started May. So May is really when we saw them really step in heavy. Mid to early May, and then they bought more in June, right? And then they consolidated. So I'm assuming this is Grayscale, all this right here. So it had to be Grayscale. So let's check this out here real quick.
Well, I was watching, I think it was CNBC, and they had their kind of half-hour segment where they talk about cryptocurrency, and they're talking about Grayscale selling off, and the announcer just ripped the CEO or the owner of Grayscale a new ass. He said, because they're still charging, whatever their fee is, 2%, and everyone else now is charging 0.5%. And he just ripped him a new one, and he said, well, if Barry, I don't know his name, maybe it was Barry or whatever, he said, Barry, for some reason, still wants to charge this egregiously high rate. People are just going to keep selling this product off. I don't know what he's thinking. It was pretty funny.
It's actually really good because that's what they're trying to do. So they're actually playing the biggest baller. Grayscale is playing the biggest baller game ever. Like, here's the thing. I almost feel like the institutions are still kind of clueless of the mentality, because ultimately, like, people are going to buy Bitcoin. Like, just straight up, like, people are going to buy Bitcoin. You have the Jeets that are going to be coming in. We're already seeing people made 10x, 20x, and some people on micro coins, right, which is still going crazy, right? We're seeing people make a ton of cash. So they're making money. So ultimately, where they're going to put that money as a safe haven. They're going to buy Bitcoin, right? We already know that this is the halvening coming. Everybody understands what happens at the halvening, right? Especially, you know, people who have money, who made money with all the altcoins and all the money. So they're going to put this up. They're going to let that skyrocket. And maybe they don't, I think maybe the institutions think that they still kind of rule things, right? And so they're trying to understand the full thing. And Grayscale has been in this game now for years. So they get it, right? They saw when Bitcoin dropped here, they literally bought between here. So once we cross that 100 period moving average, which is right here, and this is a huge, come on, why is this doing this? Right. And that, I need that. Give me 1 second. Indicators, boom, moving averages. Come on. Sorry, my peoples. I gotta put this up. So I have my 820.
Shane says digital gold. That's what BTC is. And you don't even pollute the environment with that nasty mining slag runoff shit. You use a whole shitload of electricity though, but that's different. What are you figuring out there?
8. Sorry, I gotta see. So this is the 820.
You get, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a real education here. This is how you're watching Pedro's mind at work. His mind's been a little stale the past couple of days, so.
Yeah, it's been a little slow lately right now. Forgive me.
I can't get on the mute button fast enough for those things.
Sorry about that, guys. All right, so we got 820.
Well, while Pedro's figuring it out, let me give you a little. Go ahead, Pedro. Go ahead if you're ready.
All right. So you can see here, once we really crossed this is when Grayscale started buying. We went through and we crossed below. So they waited for the retest of the 200 period moving average here. I remember this because I was talking about, I go, if we do not cross, I was in the Moonrock community and we're sitting there. And somebody asked me, we were down right here. It was this day, May 15th. And they said, where do you think Bitcoin's going to do? And I sat there, and I actually got in trouble for this. I go, well, it all depends. We're sitting right here, and if Bitcoin does not get above the 200, because there was a supply zone right here on Bitcoin. It's right here. And I go, this is a big supply zone here. If we don't cross this here, we're going down, and we're going to go all the way back down to at least that 30,000, and most likely come back down to that 15,000. And people are like, what? I said, yes, this area is a significant point, and it all depends on how it is created. We have a straight up push up with no demand, with no buyer wicks. We're going to go down. And then I go, we're coming up to that 100 period moving average and that 200 period moving average. We've already tested it. We tested it here, but we did pierce it. So I'd expect it to come up to the 200. And then if it does not cross, and then I remember somebody was asking about it again, like over here, because they were paying attention to what I said. And they asked me in the community, they said, so what do you think? We're coming at that 200 period, 400. I said, we're going down because there's no demand wicks. There's no demand wicks. There are no buyer wicks right here that would hold this with any real volume. So we're coming down. And they were like, I said, prepare for landing because this thing's coming down. And I remember I got big time trouble. Like they were like, dude, you can't say that because they're buying our coin. If they think Bitcoin's going to go down. I go, look, you got to prepare. And then when you looked at what was actually happening, there were more people coming in buyers, right? And so at this moment, you just started seeing it sell off. And so Grayscale at this junction area here is when they started buying right here. And then they bought more in June, right up in this level, probably at this sell-off, boom. And then they bought in July up in this level. So there are 3 primary areas that they bought. They bought in this whole entire area here, right? And so I'm assuming that they bought higher because there was more money up here. But as we came in, they were buying more down at, June, probably in June, we're at the lows of 18,000, right? Is when they really started buying back in July. And then it obviously sold off to the 15,000 mark area. So if you think about that, up at these levels, Grayscale has a huge, who runs Grayscale again?
I referred to him as Barry. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah. Well, either Grayscale or whether it's Kathy Woods or whoever it is, right? Like they were buying it. So at these levels here, they've done a pretty good like percentage rise, right? From 15 to 40,000. That the peak here was around 70,000. What do I always talk about? Say you want to take off 60% of your portfolio about that level there, right? Once you make about a 1x, 2x, well, they probably the majority of this at 15,000. Now it's at 70,000, right? And we're talking, this is barely 2 years, right? They've done almost a 4x. So when you look at things from that perspective, right? Most traditional finance people are happy with a 1x.
Yeah,
and
they get promoted big time. Yeah.
Yeah, in 7 years, they're happy to get a 1x. Like legit. Like if the average, that means you're doing 12% annually a year. And so they just killed it. They got a 4x in 2 years. Right? So that's a big deal. That's I know to us, we're like, dude, that's no money at all when it got a 4x.
These losers. Go back to Hoboken.
I mean, dude, Tom, you just did really well, right? You're doing really well. And so you're happy, you got 5, 6, 7x at least, and you're investing money into other places, and now you're making more X's. Like
Shane says Michael Sonnenschein is the CEO of Grayscale Bitcoin.
Yeah. So it's just there's that.
Thank you for telling us that.
Thanks, Shane. Is Shane new?
Yeah, not new, but I would say in the past
couple of weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, you haven't been around much in the past couple of weeks. Yeah. All right, so he's new for you.
Yeah, Shane, nice to meet you. Do we have a thing for him? Do we have a
little, I can't figure it out. I can't yet figure it out for him. I've got to go back and update the sounds. I've been lacking on that. We've got a bunch of new people that I haven't got some sound effects for.
What do we have?
He's also known as Alfie.
Alfie, nice. Is he from the UK?
I don't know where Shane's from. I don't know.
Glad to have you, brother. Any Bitcoin machine at your gas stations? No, but I know there are some. I know that there are some stuff in New York where you can sit there and literally buy, but you got to buy it with every time you buy crypto, you got to make sure you give them your ID to buy. Now, like here up in New York, like it's kind of crazy because they have Bitcoin.
Yeah, the ones in Illinois, you don't have to have your ID. You can just buy it. People walk up to it with like face masks on and buy them, but they're not. In fact, I know a guy that used to run the Bitcoin machines. He worked for that company that does it, Bitcoin, whatever, and he was their Chicago rep, and he finally stopped working for them because they got rid of most of them because people weren't using them. I mean, when Bitcoin was hard, there was a period there when it was hard to on-ramp Bitcoin, and now it's easy.
Dude, who is Jeff Ballard? Another new guy. Nice.
Yeah. Jeff's new. He's been in the past. I don't know. He started watching us about 2 weeks ago, I think. Jeff.
Nice, man. Glad to have you.
Jeff, personalized sound effects. Yes, if you notice, I gave Drano the LeBron James one because his things is Drano is for basketball, so I call him LeBron James. And Shane's Alfie is his cat. I got it.
I got you. Well, Alfie, Mr.
So Shane gets
Short.
a cat.
I like shorts because I'm more of a bear right now when it comes to the S&P 500. We're having the melt up for the S&P 500. As you all know, we're gonna probably see the S&P 500 really just start getting stupid, and I mean, dude, when you look, I was talking to somebody today, and they're like, "What do you mean we're in a bubble?" And I go, "Dude, we're in a big bubble." And they're like, "But what does that mean?" I go, "The fact that we're doing like at least 8 to 12% annual growth on the stock market means that's a really good push. And we haven't had any real retracement except for 2012 and during COVID, right? We had some big sell-off. Oh, and I forgot, July of 2023, where we literally went from, what was it, 4,500 to 410, right? So what was that? 45. I was a 10% retracement, right? Or correction. So it's just it's not that big. When I look at that, I'm like, we should have bigger sell-offs, right? Like real stuff that we should see, right? And so you've heard a lot of people talk about like some, nothing that's sustainable, right? And we shouldn't, within a year, we should not be above the previous highs. All right, like it's got to take some years. It got to take some years for it to go sideways and then slowly move up, right? But we can thank the Magnificent Seven for that. But the reason why I bring that up is simply because when you look at this as like, I'm gonna use a weekly chart here, right? Like this is nuts. Like in compared to like this was 2000 to 2008 right here. Okay, this right here, from here to here, was 1993 all the way up to 2000, right? And that was a decent bubble. Like look at the scale of I'm gonna do this here real quick just to prove a point. Where are you at? Boom. So we'll do this. We'll start at the base here. Come on, don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
I used it last week. I called some sellers in one project a bunch of douches.
Okay, so you can see right here. Here's the movement, right? This is about maybe a 45-degree angle. Okay. Now again, we're gonna use this as a good example. Here's my cat. All right, so you can see here, this was 2008. So this was the 90s to the 2000s, right? You can sit there and see that this was at 95 to the 2000 mark area here. So that's a fairly good bubble, right? 2008, you see this right here? All right, it's not bad. Okay, now look at this right here. This is 2008. Okay, 2008 to 2010 or 2014. Okay, then we had a nice little sell-off. Then we see this right here. Now we're starting to see this is steep in here. Okay, now we have this. This is when it starts getting nuts. And so we see this right here. Boom, we'll go to here. Okay. Now look, now it's starting to get steeper. Okay. Watch. now we're gonna start having fun here. Come on, dude. All right, now this is it. Now let's go. Let's start having a lot more fun here. Alrighty. Boom. Now look at this. Ain't this fun right here? Okay. Then it doesn't even like we're not even like, if when you look at that, this is starting to look very similar. So you see that this is getting crazy. This steep, this right here is getting crazy, right? Like you can see how this one followed it, but now this leg up right here is even worse. Now you're having, okay, like this is almost parabolic. Like it's insanity. Like this is, if we follow this, okay, like let's say it goes up, and I expect it to go to about 7,000 here, 65 to 7,000 here, right? Do you see that? Like that's unsustainable.
Which chart? Which chart you got open there?
This is S&P 500.
Oh yeah, this is going to be the CNBC guys were just talking about it. This is going to be the 5th month in a row with gains, and it hasn't done that.
Yes.
In
This
a
is
long
the
time.
melt up. Yes, this is the melt up. And there's no real, like, here's the thing. Companies are laying companies off. Or
People.
companies are laying people off. Companies are laying companies off. That's even what's happening, because a lot of them have subcontractor companies that work for them.
Right. Good.
Right?
Good point.
The person, like, you know, I always bring up the idea of Ethereum hitting all-time highs, or I guess not. But, like, when you look at a lot of these, it looks like a crypto chart. Like this looks like a crypto chart from here.
It does.
From here to here, bro. Like look, right? Like
it does. It looks just like a crypto chart here with the initial pump, the little people taking profits, and then the little rise back up, then a good dumpage with some bad news, and then everyone's like, all right, bad news is over. Let's pump this shit. And it goes up. It goes up a lot. People are like, all right, got to take a little money. Got to take a little money.
Yes.
Comes back, pulls back. Big fund sells something. And now it gets ready for the halvening. It's just getting ready to fucking shit on everyone below them. Boom!
Dude, listen, I honestly think they're getting ready for Trump. So if Trump does get into office, dude, they are going to crush him. Like it's, or he does something crazy where he's like, it's almost like in Wolf of Wall Street when he keeps the party going, right? He's
Right.
like, he does something that's going to like cause everything just to keep going again, and all of a sudden you think this is steep, it's gonna look like this, dude. it'll be like
It's
this.
gonna look like that one of those Trump meme coins.
Dude, it'll just be like this, dude. Like we'll be up, dude, at like 15,000.
Come on, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. It'll be huge. Huge.
Huge. I mean, here's the thing. Whether you like Trump or you don't like Trump, I don't care. Like, I think they're all horrible. Like, this our whole entire system is just broken. Like, it's just it. But it's just, this is where we're sitting right now. And, like, people just don't understand. I think crypto people understand. But, like, when I was talking to a friend of mine, he goes, we're not in a bubble. And that's exactly what I showed him. I go, all right, this was a bubble. Remember 2008? You know when it started? 2003, when good old Bush signed, hey, everybody should have a house. Let's go ahead, right?
Right.
Obviously, I'm being very facetious here in a lot of these things, okay? When Reagan sat there and said, hey, let's go ahead and deregulate everything. Boom, right? Like, you know, and you call it good or bad? I don't know. And I mean, look at the crap that Clinton did when he tried to balance the budget. Here, military, from this moment down, you're all fired. Like, that was dumb. Like, great job, Mr. Clinton. Like, that wasn't
I'll be right back. Hold on.
That's all right. So there's like all these things that are happening right now, right, that people just do not understand from traditional finance, right? Like, and so then when we look at crypto, right, like this right here, I feel like it's almost like it was a rope-a-dope setup by the institutions, and they're all just being quiet in how they're playing, right? Like they're just waiting to see what's actually going to happen. Excuse me. What's going to happen here, right? So this is where I, you know, many of you guys know that I think Bitcoin is going to be sitting around 200,000 in this next bull run, right? Like I think we're going to be shooting up here, and many of you know that I've talked about this many a times, but I could be wrong too, right? Like we might not see jack, right? It could potentially be like the, you know, like a big letdown. But either way, I expect it to at least come up to here from a 200,000 to 300,000, and then the next bull run, I expect to see us be around like 600,000 and come back and fall back around that 200,000, potentially even, you know, 60,000 to get more sell off, and then from there, you know, rally back up into these crazy levels of 12,000. Or excuse me.
Do you think we'll still be having these 90% retracements?
Yeah, I do.
With the money,
Because
from Wall Street coming in, I can see 40 and 50% retracements, but I find it hard to believe that Wall Street would. They've put in their billions of dollars is putting in one big fat floor in there.
well, here's the thing. This is where their floor is at. So like for them, like their floor is ranging between, 50 and 60,000. So when we have a huge push up and they go from 60,000 to $200,000, you understand how much money they can put in? They can put in so much money. It's like them buying um Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway. I mean, literally, like they
Right.
like to buy that stuff because they can deploy a lot of money without affecting a lot of stuff. And you're still going to have, I say, but the numbnuts, right? Like the people who are Jeets, they're gonna say like, "Let's go to the moon," right? They're gonna be buying, they're gonna make their money with meme coins and stuff and put it right back into, half of it's gonna go into Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Like it's just one of those things that you're gonna sit there and see. Or so Solana, like Solana is gonna pump, right? And we're gonna see them go through and really put all-time highs again into Ethereum as we push in, right? So it's one of those things that I expect to see some type of, once we do pull back into an area, institutions. I mean, imagine being able to sell off your 60% of your portfolio and let 40% ride, and it sells off 80% again, that you can buy in and make that whole entire gain again.
Yeah, I know.
Like that. Like, that's how they see it. Like it's just like,
It's just part of that infinite money machine.
yeah. Like thanks for the content. First time last week. Ah, man, Jeff, dude, thank you so much for coming, man. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I know you haven't really had me here so far. I can be a bit of I don't know what I could be. A wild and crazy guy.
Pedro, I think you're at the stream. Are you monitoring the stream?
Yeah, I am. Oh, am I not at live?
Yeah, you're behind about 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, look at that, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pedro operating in the past.
Yeah, there we are. There we are. My bad. Shoot. Okay. Bitcoin eventually got to take off. When always is the question. Well, and when I sit down and look at it, we are a couple months out from the Bitcoin halving. Also, with the whole entire thing that ETH going through, and what did they recently do? Like I know they did a major thing a couple weeks ago, right?
They forked and upgraded the, added the. I talked about it one day, and I can't remember the name. It's got the sharding. It sounds like you're shitting your pants,
What did it?
Sorry, new viewers, for the awesome entertainment. I just saw the viewership thing tick up a little right as I'm talking about putting a brown stripe in your underpants.
They charted. Dude, here's the thing. Why would you? Well, I know it wasn't called that, but if it's something closer to it, it's like,
I don't know. It probably came a bunch of Europeans got together over coffee or something like that, and came up with a name in German, and then translated it to English, and it just came up as no, we call it sharding.
You're like, dude, that is not. It's almost like the people who.
It was like it was like EIP, $41.99 or something. Yeah, the Dankun. Yeah, right. We can't even come up with the names of it. I'm sure Google would fix this for us, but they added they changed how the Ethereum deals with storage. It's one of the things, so they don't have to store all the data forever. They introduced what's called blob storage. So for 2 weeks, certain types of data lives on the validators and then disappears. I don't mean as far as proving transactions. I mean for things like a lot of the data that the level 2 chains need to interact with, and a bunch of other behind the scenes kind of stuff that is needed only for short periods of time. They've stopped warehousing that forever because otherwise they're going to need infinite storage. And ultimately, this will lower the cost of ETH transactions from $1 million each to maybe $999,000 each. 99 cents. There's a joke we had going last week, Pedro. It was that J.P. Morgan. To be honest, I don't remember if it was BlackRock or it was BlackRock. BlackRock put in $100 million into an ETH wallet. to do. Actually, they didn't buy ETH. They bought USDT on ETH. And the joke going around was that Larry Fink's going to do his first transaction, and he's going to buy some ETH with his USDT, and it's going to say, buy $80 million of ETH, and then it's going to say gas fee, $50 million. And transaction failed, not enough money for gas.
It's so funny, bro. You know what? The reality is they gotta fix that. That's just, they really got it. Like, it's one of those things that it's like, come on, man, y'all know better. Like, but speaking of ETH, I know when I did my video, I talked about it coming back down to this area here of the 31.12 area to the 36. Did you show those videos when I was out?
I showed a couple of them. I showed Bitcoin, BNB, ADA. No, I didn't show the long one when you went over the portfolio, though.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I went over all this stuff, but you can see we hit the 50-period moving average, and we hit our zone almost perfect. I mean, look at that. Like, you can't ask for a better, entry point. I was talking about as price is retracing into areas. Expect it when we pull back. Expect it to go up. Right, and so you guys can see, like, if anybody got in on ETH here, it was a perfect, I mean, literally 500 points, 400 points up there. So it was a nice little bump there. BNB here, you guys can see here. I expected us to come back. Where's my other BNB? There you are.
Shane, I've got a number of wallets with ETH in it that you just can't get out. Like $10 here, $12 there. It adds up, but you just can't get it out. It's like, oh, you want to transfer your $12 in ETH? Well, you need $8 in gas. And you're like, no, or sometimes more. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's a good way to actually keep. So real quick, so you guys can see here, I talked about BNB hitting that 505, 497 area. We hit it perfect with the 200-period moving average here. So hopefully you guys got in right in this level with that video. And it looks like here that we'll probably continue up until at least the all-time highs. I expect us to hit the all-time high here. Again, expect a sell-off at the all-time high. Might pop up, like substantial from 669 to maybe 720, if not 750, or even a whole number.
Pedro says was the thumbnail, and Pedro says BNB to 720. How about that?
Yes, well, 7 to 720 expected. Just because 720 is more like kind of psychological number. 800, maybe. I doubt we shoot up to 800, but it could. It very much could, because we're in
the chart. The chart has that loading look to it, like it's loading and getting ready to blow.
Yep. That's what she said. And so, so sorry.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the quality of the entertainment here on this show.
Forgive me. That's horrible. Absolutely. I hate when I say that's what she said. It's like almost slipped out, bro. That's like horrible. My old pastor, Mark Driscoll, I used to go, and he used to talk about, like, hated those jokes. Absolutely. And I used to say them. Dude, I'd be like, and people would look at me like, dude, that's not okay. Like, it was like I was that cheap. I'd be like, but it's so funny. Like, those are so funny. Even girls laugh at those. I mean, at least I think they do. They probably just humor me.
No, like, Pedro, they're probably laughing at you, not with you.
I'm okay with that, though. As long as I can cause a smile on your face, it's all good. But, like, in the same sense, look, we came down into this area of supply. I expected to push back up into this area up here. Like I said, I'd expect a 700 to 720, and then from there, again, come back down. Same thing that I talked about with Bitcoin. Remember, all-time highs. You'll see sellers stepping in, or not sellers, but shorts getting triggered, and then from there, when that happens, right, we see then a sell-off, boom, and then push back up. So, that I would expect something like that. Come back for a retracement down into probably 5.5 to maybe this area here. I'm expecting it to at least put in some type of demand zone that we can pull back into. Look at the weekly. Here we go. Yep. So the weekly area here, we have that 564 area, and on a monthly, yep. So boom, that. But I just want to check just to make sure. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So you can sit there and see here. I'd expect to push back up and then pull back into this 569 down to that 489 area, and then see it pull back, push back up into the halvening as it moves up. So let's check out XRP. XRP is still doing XRP. We're still in between this freaking sideways pattern here, but on a weekly level, this is something to be paying attention to. They are building. So we're above the moving average. You can see we consolidated all through here, right? You can definitely see it. We're consolidating. You can see here, it is starting to build up some volume, and we're getting above these moving averages. I'm already seeing that 8-period moving average on the weekly is starting to peak, right? And so we're having this movement here where I'd expect. The only issue here is that if it starts to really push, okay, is XRP going to sell off on their buyers? So it all depends on what XRP. They have the ability to push up. There are people coming in. There are buyers stepping in. People are buying. You can sit there, look, right here, big old buy mark, boom, sell off, boom. So this is on a weekly level. It's getting ready to pop, as well as XRP here on the daily. Okay, are they going to? We don't know. So it just hopefully they do. We'll see what happens. ADA had a nice little sell-off right here in this area that I talked about, coming down. I expected us to come back down to a further level here, the 46
Oh,
mark.
sorry. Which chart you got up there now?
This is ADA.
No. I don't have the...
ADA is sitting right here at these levels of the 59 cent, 60 cent area. Talked about potentially hitting that 100-period moving average. I did think we were going to come down lower to the 46. But again, we found support on the 189, so hence pushing it up just a little bit further. It all depends with ADA if they can get some volume here. Okay, we have some overhead resistance at that 20-period moving average, and there's also still the supply area that I talked about while we were hitting. This is I believe this is a monthly and a weekly as well. Yeah, this is a monthly and a weekly zone sitting right here. So it's one of those things that as I'm looking at it, I would expect to see some type of resistance here as we're moving, pushing into it. But the fact that it had a decent sell-off and we came down to an area of really good area, and it stayed above that 100-period moving average, right? And now that we're kind of getting above that 50, we're starting to see a bump in volume step in here on today. I would expect if we start to see some real bump in volume like we see here, okay, like we saw here, I'd expect this to really should be able to push through the supply area, and then that next area after that is going to be this $1.70, $1.64 area. And so I would expect that in the next push. And it would look similar to this. Ding, 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 ding. Come back, find support, and then push back up into the next bull run. And I mean, ultimately, it'd be great to see Cardano hit that 3-cent mark. I don't know how many people bought in at the lows here. I remember
I did not. I should have, but I did not.
I got some change here. You know, nothing big, nothing too big. But you know, like I still here's the thing. I would expect to see some major sell-off here. That 14, 16 area. If that, I would love for price to come back down to this lower level here, and people like, what? At these lower levels, I think crypto would be dead per se. But as we all know, like the Phoenix, man, that baby keeps rising. Crypto, man, like that's what. Because I think at such low levels, and here's the thing, they know, like institutions know, like crypto people are fanatical. I mean, and case in point, I'm just gonna click to something here real quick just to prove a point. Who is this? This is a dead project. Lunic. right? This is Do Kwon. The man's in jail. Okay, there's really nothing. But look at this. We're seeing a rally again, starting to rally the last few days. I mean, dude, this is like case in point of that lunacy. Lunacy.
That's a good point.
Oh, didn't think. Yeah, baby. Gas fees can't afford to sell, so I'm timing it. Oh,
You're still
good
behind,
day,
Pedro.
how is that possible? What's up,
Ladies and
what up,
gentlemen,
G?
ka-ching in the house.
Oh, snaps. I can barely hear. Super. Wait, who's this? Yanni? Yanni gave us $20?
Yeah,
Shoot.
Yanni's otherwise known as Thor Crypt on TG. He's been following the show now for about 2-3 weeks. Comes from the NetZ community.
Oh, snaps. Well, thanks for having you, man. Shout out to Yanzi, or forget me, Yanni. Am I saying it right? Yanni?
Yeah.
Dude, where's Doc? I'm looking for Doc. Where is Doc?
He was in here earlier. He was here at the beginning. He had to go mine some fiat.
I got it. What up, Kings? Good to see you, man.
Ka-ching. Derek in the house.
What up, D? All right, so you can see here, like, Lunac. This is insanity. Like, this thing, like, if this was in traditional finance, it would be down here. Like, it'd just be dead. Well, there was a recent fail. What was it? Was it a bank? There was a recent fail that happened, and like, I was looking at the chart going, like, if that was crypto, you know what would happen? That bank would relaunch.
Hey, you got to migrate your accounts to our new bank here. Watch out for scammers sending you direct mail saying
dude, and then that thing would just it would look like this. Bing! Like it just, I literally just thought, like, man. And here's the thing, it would behoove companies to go digital. Like, it would like that's the other part. Like, I was
right. Today, Boeing fired their CEO, which actually really happened today.
Yeah.
And then they're announcing a relaunch, version 2 Boeing. Version 1 will be set aside, and all the liquidity will be pulled out of the company. And and we're gonna fork the company into a profitable one. We hope, starting tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, be ready to buy, and we're gonna do a fair launch.
Oh shit! It was a rug pull. The liquidity got stolen. Oh shit! Damn it!
I mean, dude, I was listening. You know what's funny is JP Morgan is really putting a lot of money into a unhackable blockchain, right? Like, they're really doing a lot of work there. Excuse me. And
anything that's fully permissioned, you can't do anything without being, approved to do it.
So I said that because I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, like, what's interesting is they do something like that, right? Like, I wonder how long before all the crypto people really test it. Like, all the black hats, all the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is unsinkable. And then all of a sudden, or we are unhackable. We are the safe space for crypto. And then they get hacked. It's like, wonder how long that's gonna last, right? Like, just because it's funny. It's just, So I was just wondering about
Chuck,
that.
me too was a rug, or are you telling me that if you got rugged, go to Me Too? I can't remember what you sent me the other day.
Me Too. Is that a?
It's a contract. Me Too. I think it's for people that have been. The theme is, if you've been rugged by a frog, then come join us at Me Too. But
did Pepe rug people?
No, but there's been zillions of of rugs. Not Pepe.
Yeah, that's funny. The other one I was looking at, and I was actually kind of mad, I should have bought a little bit more, was BAT.
BAT?
Basic attention token.
That's all I got here today, the basic attention.
This is the one that is, what is this called? Brave browser.
Oh, right.
This is their token here, and so this is one of the ones that I was definitely had bought some. I should have bought more, but like, when I look at where it potentially could, we're talking it's $2, if it decides to get to its all-time high, right? And with BAT, I was sitting there going like, if it does pull back, because this is another one that I've been looking at, waiting for.
Matt, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. Go to your fiat meeting.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Rhodes? Have a good day, man. Oh, what's up, Doc? How you doing? What up, Doc? It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I was actually hitting up striking. I was like, yo, where is Doc at, man? Shoot. But like right here, you can sit there and see here that we're starting to see a little pick above this. It all depends. If we can get to, most likely it's going to push through this 20 period moving average here. We should get through this on BAT. And so if we do, that next spot here is up at that 42, 48 cent area here. I might expect us to push into here. As you guys can see, we hit this area here, sold off. And now the next area is right here. And then after that, it's, you know, where it potentially could just climb itself out of this. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. I wish I would have bought more down at these lower levels here. Again, like the 20 cent mark area. Also down in here, where was my primary? I think right here is where my primary buy back in July, or not July, January, somewhere around here. But like this is another area here that I do like us bouncing off of this 100-day period moving average, 89 period moving average here. So I like this area here, and the fact that we're it's an easy climb all the way up into that 40 cent mark area, and we're talking that's 10 cents. It's a nice little trade there from 32 to 40, 48 potentially. Which is, you know, that's 12 cent, 10 to 12 cents. So I do like that. Jumping back to Matic here. Matic has been really interesting. We came and hit our area here, which was that monthly zone. We sold off to a T. Now we're starting to build back up, which is similar. Again, this 20 period moving average here is not really going to probably act as resistance. So I expect to see Matic here kind of push up. I mean, if Poly really gets going again, we could see another push back up to $1.50, if not $1.60 at these levels here. So again, that's a 50 cent move there that we can sit there and see. That's a 50% gain on a major move.
Hold on there, Pedro. Happy to have Pedro back. We got the $10 super chat from Chuck Jansen. Thank you very much, Chuck. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Doctor, you rock, man. You didn't need to do that. I appreciate you, man. That's love.
Pedro,
man.
I don't think I had the sound effects turned on for you. You didn't hear that, the holler, did you?
No, I really didn't. It was, it's really low for me for whatever reason.
Oh, I have it on low for you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Chuck. We really appreciate that. Doctor!
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for mining some of that fiat that you worked so hard to mine. And send it over to the DYOR Live crew here. Thank you very much. As always, we use that to better the show, pay the bills, and hopefully one day when we get big, it'll just be beer drinking money.
Woo! But also, we want to make sure, though, that, I mean, if anything, we could also be looking to see, find like a charity. I really want, you know, like.
No. Let's not, we're not doing charity shit yet. We got to put money back in the pocket first.
I understand. Tom knows I have a big heart for orphans.
Right.
And for
None of these guys want to give to orphans. They want to give to crypto, moon bags, and that type of stuff. And we're going to give it to them. God damn it. Blame it.
I don't know, man. No, you know my story.
Chuck would be like, give me my $10 back. I'll give it to my own charity.
But you can see here when it comes to Poly, you know, Poly's selling off here, boom. And we came back again, bounce off that 100 period moving average. And I expect to see us really push up into this next supply area here, really testing this area here. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens here. We are seeing a slowdown in volume, but the reality is that, you know, as we come nearer to the halvening, I do expect to see us really starting to find some pickup.
That's only 4 weeks away, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So remember, like we really don't see the bull run happen until after.
Chuck says, I already give plenty to charity. Go moon rockets. buy you some Pep Z, and there'll be some moons going on. Let me tell you.
Pepsi. How is Z? How are they doing?
It's good. When you were not on, I went over it in detail, and the general concept was that I was talking about is that when it launched, I just assumed it was another just regular old meme coin, moon, and then crash, and then everyone forgets about it. Turns out it's actually a real project, and the owner is actually interactive with the crowd. He's not the code dev. He has a team that does amazing things. The staking page is amazing. Gets things done quickly, interacts with everybody, and there was no easy way to bring money onto mainnetz. You had to do it through their exchanges because they launched their exchanges first. They're on 8 exchanges now, and then they launched their blockchain and their coin. And so the only way to do it is to go to one of those exchanges, buy netz, transfer it to your DeFi wallet, which is fine for people that, or if you have a long-term view on things, like long-term meaning not meme coin stuff. But when the meme coins are pumping, you want to bridge stuff like right away, you know? And so everyone was saying, hey, we need a bridge over here fast, and more people will be able to do it. And the pepez developer said, all right, I'll build the bridge. So he's building himself, well, his team is building a bridge and he's just trying to figure out, I think he's going to pick to come from Polygon first. From Polygon to netz, so the meme coin people can get over quickly and easily from DeFi without going through an exchange. Imagine that. It's a meme coin is developing the bridge. It's not, waiting for someone else. And bridges are not cheap. You have a lot to put it together. I realize there's GitHubs on them now, but still you have to adapt it and get it to work and prove it and make sure the security is good. And you have to fund the liquidity pools on both ends for it to work right. And so it takes a lot of money to do that. And the meme coin guy just said, or gal, whatever, just said, I'm doing it myself. If it's not part of the roadmap for the mainnetz guys, which someone gave me their reasoning and says, no, we don't want to develop everything. We want other people to come in and develop on the mainnetz chain. And so this guy said, okay, I'll do it. And so the meme coin itself is going to have its own bridge. It's awesome.
That's what's up, dude.
Crypto Mike says, does Pedro have any good degen moves? And I don't think Pedro's been sick and out lately. I don't think he's been hasn't been on Solana much or Crow. I've been the degen. While Pedro was out, I've been degening like crazy, man.
I wish I could have, man. I've seen some people make some big gains, like 20, 30, 40x, man. But here's the thing, man. When you're sick, right, like you don't think straight. So it's like
right.
Every time I would look at something, I'd be like, am I seeing that right? Like that was the thing. So it was like, what was it? Van Eck? Spot BTF volume is up. What is, oh no, that's old. I'm sitting there actually catching up with everything. How's Sailor? But well, listen, I'm good. I need to start looking at more of the degen. As I get more healthier, my body isn't as tired.
Yeah, degen tires you out because your attention span. It's as I say, degenning is like riding a motorcycle or driving a semi truck, of which I do both. And it's not like driving in a car. You're on cruise control, blah 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 blah. On a motorcycle and a truck, you're paying attention the whole time because bad shit happens real fast, and you get done driving, you're tired. When you're degenning, you get tired. You're watching it. You're this and that. You're this and this and this, and you go away for 10 minutes and you come back and you're like, You know?
Sorry, that's true. You just nailed it.
Yeah,
like,
Space Cat. Your hopes for the guys at Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. Are you aware of Dragon Ball?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. Yes. How'd they do?
They're hanging in there.
What's up?
A couple of people that just want to keep selling in that one too. They're doing okay, but it's still early. But I was calling them Dragon Balls, but it's Dragon Ball Z. But they're not on the netz. They're not part of the netz family. So Crypto Mike says, hoping the same for NSO. Never surrender.
I'm trying to find a lot of my stuff. so long away from my. I'm looking for. Is it here? Or maybe here? Where's my Dragon Balls? I remember looking them up. I had a Dragon Balls Z.
Yeah, they're hard to find. It's way down. They're are they BNB? Yeah, they're BNB. They're way down on the Dex Tools list.
Oh, they're on Dex Tools. Okay, give me 1 second then. I just gotta look them up here. Dex Tools, Chrome, PooCoin. Is it there? There we are. Let's go ahead and pull up.
You know, while you're doing that, Pedro, I'm going to take a quick break here and tell people what's going on tomorrow on the show. Tomorrow on the show, we have a guest. It's our first segment by DeFi Dojo below me here. JB has had this group here called EarnSphere on her AMA, on her lounge. It's done their AMAs for them. And they decided to get some of the DYOR Live love and come on our show too. And so tomorrow we'll have our first sponsored segment in which EarnSphere is the guest. Robin from that is developing a whole, it's a everyone's developing the newest best platform, but he is gearing his towards investing, kind of crowdsourcing and community investing, and letting the community kind of direct it. And sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's bad. And we'll have Robin on tomorrow to talk about this new project, when it's launching, and all that, and hopefully give you some good alpha on it, and allow my viewers to get in early on it. Is Pepsi on any exchanges? No, it's not, and they're not gonna entertain that until they get their bridge working. And then once they get that and the volume picks up, then I bet they go for the exchanges there. Ka-ching.
What was the one that I was looking up?
DBZ. Yeah, DBZ. So tomorrow, tune in for
which
for
one is
EarnSphere.
Is it BNB, right?
Yep.
Diamond. D Delta Bravo Zulu.
Ka-ching, it's pepez.io. Pepez.io.
There we go. Wow. They just got it. So
sorry, I don't have you up here.
So it's DBZ Doge balls.
No, it's not Doge balls. It's Dragon Ball Z.
Right. Dragon Ball Z. Hate it when that happens. Hate it when my Doge balls and Dragon Balls get all mixed up.
It helps if you click the BNB filter over there on the side.
Oh yeah, you're right. So don't try to confuse me with logic, all right, buddy? There we go. Dragon Ball Z. Z. You know what I found? There was this one called Vote for Pedro. They actually hit me up on my Facebook page. And so I actually joined the actual community. And I started cracking up. I was like, watch these guys actually be like nutso. Like, they've been growing. I actually been paying attention to, like, I got in under the bottom 20. Right, so I guess if you're a part of the bottom, you got in at the bottom 20, they're supposed to get all big. But like,
Chuck says I'd whale in to vote for Pedro. Who owns 50% of the supply? Some doctor in Oklahoma.
Bro, they're there. Hey, there you go. There's one for you. They haven't launched yet. Go check them out. Tell them Pedro sent you. But like, yeah, they're a degen group. It looks like. I mean, listen, I'm not condoning or supporting them. I'm just saying, like, I just looked in it and saw it, and they're still at pre-sale. So, excuse- sorry about that.
Drop a link in the DYOR Media room if you get a chance, Pedro.
Yeah, I will send it in there. But it was just funny because I said that, and one of the people was like, "I like your name," and I was like, "Thank you." I was like, it was kind of cracking me up. Just I thought they are such a meme-ish. I was like, "What do you guys have planned?" And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna release our white paper tomorrow or 2 days from now." I think that was like over the weekend, like on Friday. I should probably go back and see what they're about. But they seem like a pretty legit group. It just reminded me of just a total like degen opportunity. Like, vote for Pedro. And I literally thought to myself, I said, if there's gonna be something that you can get behind, right? Like, is that Napoleon Dynamite like vote for Pedro thing? And I started laughing because I was like, maybe I should probably throw like $100 in it just to see what happens with it. It could be just like another night out and just basically pissing in the wind, right? Or or like he does it like 100x, 200x. You're like, yo, all right, sell. Anyways, but here we go. Why can't I find this? So, see, dude.
You
Dragon
still looking
Ball-
for that?
Yeah, DBZ. Is this it right here?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is this it? I think this is it. Lord, where are we at? Is this it?
And the pool starts with
Wow. Is this
OXFD. Oh, it's on a little recovery here.
Oh wow! The last few days, dude, it's skyrocket and flight. Holy crap!
Hold on, you got the right. That's not the right one.
I was like, holy crap! Like, that's a good day.
That's on. You got another one on ETH, man. You got to get more cough medicine, man. It's on BNB.
I thought I did it. All right, here we go. Is this it right here? Chain.
No, that's the DEX token.
What is the deal, bro? Like, I thought I hit it. Like, all right.
Just go to PooCoin or something, and it'll come up as for the first one.
Somebody dropped the contract. I can pull it up that way.
Here, I'll drop it in
Find
the room.
DBZ on PooCoin. All right, here we go.
Here, the DEX tools I just dropped in the TG.
Go through. In our conversation or in
Ours.
All right, good. Sorry, peoples. Oh, my bad. Here we are.
Crypto Mike, have you guys checked on that Ben coin, or is it Ben Armstrong's project? Yeah, there was. We checked on it a long time ago when it launched, and just talked about the scandal that Ben was creating with it. And he, when he mentioned that he liked it 40x'd overnight, and then he became involved, and he took it over, and then he got kicked out of it, or I don't know what the current story is, but I stopped following Ben Armstrong a long time ago. And I would never invest in anything that he put his money into.
You're gonna sell out, bro. Like, it was funny. I had a friend of mine who got into Blocktopia, right? It was one of the first places, and it was literally this 5-minute zone. Okay, there you go. Okay, I get the Dragon Ball Z.
You gotta move it over a little bit. It's behind my head. There you go.
So you got 7x. 7. Or is that 8x?
Yeah, I mean, look, their liquidity is only $7,000. I mean, they're real. I mean, any big buy will 2x that thing.
Yeah, that's nice. Somebody made some X's there. Too bad you're not going to get a lot of money out of it, but hey.
Right. And only one person will make money in that until they get some proper volume on it. But their day could come. All it takes is some knucklehead on the air with a YouTube channel to talk about it, and the right person goes, hey, there's a gem, and tweets it into the right group, and bam, it blows up.
Pretty much. It's really that simple. Should call our friend Zach and be like, hey.
You know, it's tough though. They're on BNB, and the meme coin money is just not on BNB right now. It's just, it's on Solana, it's on Crow, it's on Base now, it's on Blast, this other level 2 one that just launched too as well.
Really? How's actually? Let me check out Crow. Oh, here we go. Check out Crow. Let's see what's going on with them. That's another.
That's Zeta you got up there.
Yeah.
Oh God, Royal Q in the house, ladies and gentlemen, coming into us from Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Hey, what up, brother? What up, Q? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, brother. There we go.
It's giving Zimbabwe. It's giving Zimbabwe.
Do you have a group on Telegram or Discord? Yes. Just go to, if you're good at Telegram, just go to Telegram and search DYOR Media, Striking's Crypto Smackdown. Just search DYOR Media and it'll be subtitled Striking's Crypto Smackdown, and you can find it. And if you're smart enough to pass the CAPTCHA, you're smart enough to talk to us in it. But there's not a lot of conversation going on in there, but it's starting to. You know, it's starting to grow. I usually just post stuff about the show, but we're starting to talk in there. So.
That's cool. Oh, well, who's I was gonna look up?
Pit Monk in the house.
What up, Pitty? It's good to see you, brother.
God save our gracious King.
That is awesome. That is so awesome, dude.
Royal Q says, I sold my Bitcoin at 73,000. Good job. Good job.
Nice. There you go. If we are talking. Nice, man.
All it requires is someone to spark the conversation. And then it goes. Hi, chat. Everyone say hi to Royal Q. He's coming to us from the great country of Zimbabwe. One of these days, I'm going to visit Victoria Falls. One of these days, I'd love to go see Victoria Falls.
There we go.
And I got to go do it. Wanted to go to South Africa. Almost went a number of years ago to the Canadian embassy down there, but got called off at the last minute, and I was going to head up into Zimbabwe to see the falls as well. And I got to do it before South Africa really goes in the shitter.
There was one that I was gonna pull up, and I can't remember. Crow, that's what it was.
Crow, yeah, you're looking at Crow.
Yeah, we almost hit it. We almost hit my supply zone to a T. It's actually really nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nice little.
Pitmonk says, I've been to Cape Town, very nice place and people, but we are kept to the safe areas. Yeah, I did a lot of business with companies operating in South Africa. And in the business I used to be in, any place I did a lot of business in was a crappy part of the world. That's how you knew what areas of the world were going to shit. How's Tom's business in South Africa doing? It's doing great. Oh, bad news for South Africa. It was recession proof, just not COVID proof.
Right. There you go. Boom.
Was that's not Crow? What is that one you're looking at?
No, this was cake. This was cake. Like, this is another one that just they went from $1 all the way to 5, man. Nice little 5x here. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. And pretty much half a year from October.
You should really come. We'll show you around. One of these days, once the crypto fills up the fat bags, one of these things we'll be doing is going to trade shows around the world and that type of stuff to cover them. And we get a good sponsor, and that means meet the fans.
Oh, yeah. Create more fans. You know who person I really want to meet? What's his name? Why am I forgetting his name? Ron Paul.
Ron Paul.
People, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Not Ron Paul. But his last name's Paul. Why am I forgetting his name? He's from
on our show?
No.
Oh.
He has his own show. He has his own show for whatever. But he has like 1 million followers, and he's on like Impact Theory with Tom Bailu and all that. but he's
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Older guy?
older guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just like to meet him. He seems like just a genuine, nice guy that would be great to have a beer with. Like, legit.
It's just I'm not going to Africa or Australia. Too many things there that think I'm food. Well, I have not been to Australia. I was supposed to go there, but I was in Indonesia, just a short flight away from Australia, and I had to redirect and go to Dubai for work, and so I couldn't go. But I really want to go and spend time on the Gold Coast, and Mrs. Striking wants to go with me too.
Oh yeah.
Along that eastern coast, south of Brisbane, all the way down. It just looks gorgeous.
It is.
And that's why all the people live there, not out in the middle of that godforsaken country.
There are a lot of things that will eat you. That's real.
I wish we had more viewers from Australia, but the time there, it's 15 hours ahead of me here, and so, or not 15, whatever the hell it is, it's a lot.
Yeah.
They're plus 11 and we're minus 5. Yeah, it's right around 14 or 15 hours or something.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the night for them.
We have the crazy squirrels here in the UK. Yes, you do. You have all these black squirrels running around, just giving the business to people.
Really? They harass people?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, man.
Pit Monk, thanks for. I want to shout out to Pit Monk here. Last night I was on Rosemary's Twitter Spaces while you were sleeping, and it went over the DYOR story and how we came to the mainnetz crew, and it was through Pit Monk. And so I want to thank you for bringing the NetZ community here, and so we could get involved. And as a result, I ended up on Rosemary's show and Twitter Spaces last night, and we had a great time. We had a great time. We had a good conversation and all that, and hopefully there's and I learned, actually what happened is I learned a lot more. Since you guys have been doing this NetZ thing for 2 years with the NFTs and all that, I kind of started getting up to speed on what's going on there. Oh, you were listening for a little bit. Oh, good. Well, thank you, Pit Monk. You're very welcome, Streaking.
Well, thank you.
That's what a good community does for you, ladies and gentlemen.
They pimp you out.
Anto Marva, hey you there. Anto, watching us from Facebook. Thanks, Anto, for watching. Really appreciate it.
Is that a real person, or is this a
No idea. No idea. But if there's a response, we'll know.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to think. Hopefully they'll try to sell us some services. Where are they at? And hello, Anto.
Mike, thanks for joining us. Have a good day. Go mine some fiat or whatever it is you got to do. You got some meetings out there in the Winnipeg.
Boom, boom. I'm trying to see. I can't see him. He's on Facebook. Oh, there he is. No, I don't see him. Message. All right. Well, I'm trying to think. I haven't really stayed up on the news much in crypto, so I'll have to go through today and read through everything. H&T is another one. I expect to see. I thought this was going to sell off, or not sell off. I expected this to kind of push up here, so I'm kind of shocked that they are selling off the way they are.
Mike is going for a massage. Hopefully, he has the happy ending massage.
Oh yes.
It's actually part in most of the provinces in Canada. A massage is part of your health care. You get like 2 massages a month or something. So the massage industry is huge in Canada because it gets paid for by insurance.
Yeah, but that's like a legit massage, though. That's not.
Right. It's a legit one.
Okay.
Right.
Because I'm sitting there going like, alrighty then. Okay. Did you tell Anton to move over from Facebook to YouTube?
I'm not sure they're a real person.
All right. Well, I mean, if he is, come on over to YouTube, man. We'd love to have you. And
Pit Monk, we've been going over charts all day here, man. You came in late.
That's all good. been giving.
No, Pedro's just kind of reviewing things. He's been off for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks or so. So the little tips Pedro have been giving out today are the old buy low and sell high.
Pretty much.
No, but you did take a few minutes to make sure you follow the trading rules of when you're up, sell 60%. Well, keep 40% in there. Wait for a retracement. If it comes back, buy some more. Do it over. Session disconnected. Wah wah wah.
I have somebody calling me. I don't know where they're calling me from. I'm like, who's calling me? Oh shoot! It's Pat. That's what's up. All right, yeah. My boy set me up. Come.
Yeah, Pitmonk. At the beginning, I talk about appearing on Rosemary's show and pepez and mainnetz and stuff. So if you go back and watch it, the first 15 minutes or so will be very pertinent to you. Hey, where'd my Bitcoin thing go? There it is. Still starting to push up to 71,000 here in the old TV on the ceiling. Love it. Well, you know what I would like you to bring up is Ondo. I've been personally invested in Ondo for a while.
All right, we'll go check it out right now. And where are they on? Are they on Dex Tools, Poo? Or have they been on like long? Dude.
Yeah, Dex. They're Dex Tools. Yeah, just.
Oh, dude. I'm loving ICP, man. ICP.
Ooh, look at this. ICP pumping hard.
I love it. Especially when you're getting in at these lower levels here. Man. I love them, dude. I just knew I was there going like, these dudes are going to get big. And I sat there and I was like, all right, we'll see what's up. I love them, dude. I love them. Anyways, jumping back to where are we at? Would you want me to check out?
Ondo, Ondo.
ONDO. Ooh, nice. Well, looks like you got in on it the righty time. You've been in.
I got down in there since the twos.
Oh, nice, dude. Nice. You got nice.
Yeah, Ondo's been paying the bills. When the rent was due, sold some Ondo.
There you go. Shoot. Yeah, dude. You got a couple hundred up in there trying to make a little buckety buck. Nice.
I told you I could pay the rent from some profit, so it's not a couple hundred. It's
they're
not a meme coin. It's Ondo Finance. I'm actually trying to get them to sponsor us. And they have a DAO with a coin that earns part of the DAO's revenue, and so it's been getting good press, and they've been kicking. It's a real organization. They have employees and they have payroll and they have.
How come you didn't tell me about them? I would have got in on these guys.
We have talked about them before, Pedro.
Look at me. I'm sleeping.
You know what? I don't think we spoke about them in probably since February, beginning of February or so. And they were kind of waffling at the time, but then they just started slowly marching up. And in fact, they're one of the stories on one of the channels here or news sites. Weekly Crypto. Yeah, here it says weekly crypto gainers. Ondo tops the chart with ICP with strong showings. So both of the things we're interested in here getting written about on Bitcoin.com.
Nice, dude.
The week's biggest crypto gains and losers. Currently, crypto market stands at a value of 2.6 trillion. Blah, blah, blah. Internet Computer enjoyed a 42% boost during the 7-day period, and eCash, XEC, climbed 35%. Other notable risers include STX, 31%, CFX, 28%, and Bitcoin Cash jumping 24%. The spike in Ondo's value propelled it to a new peak price. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah.
Dude, yeah, I'm looking at this right now. It's strong. It's fairly strong.
Pitmonk says, I don't have any undo. Oh, I'm sure you have lots of undo, but no Ondo. Royal Q says, are we thinking that BTC will visit the moon or Mars up there? Royal Q, I think, must have joined after you talked about BTC, but...
Yeah, so I'm expecting a nice little push up here with the fact that we're seeing BTC starting to come in. We're actually at all-time highs now. I mean, we pushed through that 20-period moving average. We should see a continuation here up to now at least at 73,000 and seeing it push up. I expected to see us push below. I'm down at these lower levels of that. Like I talked about, like that 59,000 ish area. But the reality is, it's strong, right? Obviously, BNB hit the year that I talked about, right? As well as ETH literally tapped it and then went right up. I would expect ETH to actually even go, even though Bitcoin pushing up would be nice, I do expect Ethereum to push up even harder. Simply because this right here, I think you'll see a bigger percentage gain, right? Versus Bitcoin moving, right? So I think if you're looking maybe Ethereum or BNB, simply because obviously when these move, they're going to move at a higher percentage. But you can see here that it's just, we came back down to this area here, and we're looking like, you know, potentially the perpetual contract for the, right? Like I'm expecting us to see now a all-time high hitting from 592 ish to at least that 6. I expect to see at least hit 700 to 720 ish area here, right? As we move higher. And right now we're sitting, I mean, in all reality, we're still, that's going to be at least a 10%, 10-20% push up from there. So I could see us doing that. Not that Bitcoin won't push higher, but just, you know, like if we're looking to make a trade, you know, you're looking more for percentage movement on something that's safe, you know, and like, you know, you're not going to get hurt having BNB or Ethereum pushing, right? I did talk about the Matic and or Polygon, right? Like going from $1.08 all the way up to $1.29 ish. You know, that's 20% ish movement there, and I expect to see that if we do push higher at this level here. And where was ADA? ADA here was about from 66 up to 75. That is about a 15% push right there. I mean, that's 10, you know, 10 cents on 60. So what is that? Yeah, 15% move. I can sit there and guess that's probably where it's going to get up to. If not, I'd expect to even see it go even higher. Like I talked about us moving higher on Cardano into that 90-cent area because we put in a lower high here, and I'd expect us to put in another higher high up in these levels. So pushing through the supply area here. AVAX. One of the things that I was really interested about AVAX is and I didn't talk about this. I'm glad we actually were back here. AVAX didn't really have a sell-off, all right? Even though they don't have a lot of volume coming in, they didn't really have a hard sell-off. And we're at this higher level here of the 69.58 area, but I could see AVAX next for the next run up literally hit the all-time high again at the 151 because we could be stopped at 105 at this level here. Let me see if, yeah, 105-ish area here would be, give me 1 second here. Monday, month. Where is my month? There you are. Supply.
Sorry there, I was listening to a message from Mrs. Striking. What do you got going on here still? AVAX? Make sure I got the chart right up there, or the label.
Yeah, AVAX here. Is another one that I'm looking at potentially where because this didn't, it didn't sell off as hard. You know, we didn't even go below that previous high, right? We came down, tapped the top of here, but now it's moving up. And I would expect to see this now push through. And that next spot is either 119 to 109 or the highs, where that's that 150. And we're talking, that's a 3x. So that's, I mean, going literally from $7 right? $7, $8, $10 to $6, 69, $70 here as we're sitting right now. So it's one of those things, or 59 as we're sitting right now. That's 5x, you know what I'm saying? 5-6x there. So, and again, we didn't see a sell-off compared to, let's say, the rest of the market here. So I would expect to see this kind of potentially push up. This isn't below any moving averages, and it's just sitting here. So the next spot up, it would be that, like I said, 109 to the 119, and this could be, I mean, a potential 1x here.
It looks like you got a little breakout coming out too there.
Yep, that's exactly.
A little flag forming.
Yep, nice little flaggy flag. So I'd expect to see this push up right there. Shiba, here's another one that is showing some strength. I mean, and here's the thing, Shiba went from like $1 here, or excuse me, not $1, but 900, and over the last month, literally now it's it's taken off a 0, and we've almost say 3x's from its 990 area all the way up to, and the peak literally was a 4x. So that's a nice little push, and hopefully you guys were able to purchase at these lower levels here of that 633 area here. So like you guys are, at least if you guys got in around these levels here, when I was talking about it coming down to these areas here, that's a much higher than 6x at those levels there. So that would be nice.
6x is always good.
Yeah. What else here? The other thing, I also talked about basic attention token. This is Brave. Talked about a nice little alpha here from going from 31 to 67 area potential, right? It's going to skip through this zone. We should see a skip through and then push up here. Granted, it's only 2x, but still. And then Crow was starting to pick up. We're going to most likely push through that 19-cent area, and the next spot is that 25.83 to 25.64 area here. So potentially seeing at least, what would that be, 2.3 or 2.2. So 2.2, why is my brain blanking? 10%. So that'd be like 80%, 70% increase from that 25 cent to that 25 cent area here.
Alrighty.
Potential. And then from there, the next level from that is at 50 cent. And I would love to see Crow, and granted I have Crow, so I say this, I'd love to see Crow, get to $2, $2 or $3 by the end of this bull run. Right, like that would be like, yes. That's when I go in and I retire, and y'all have a great
All right, Pedro, I'm going to bring up my screen for a minute here. What I got here on the screen is our portfolio here.
Oh, yes.
Our portfolio here, the show portfolio, Bitcoin, we're currently, our show portfolio here is $34,000. We're fully invested. We're up a total of $9,665, with our best performer being Jasmy, and it says our worst performer is ETH. I wonder why that is. Oh, because we bought ETH at a higher price. That's why. Anyway, we bought Bitcoin. Went back in there. We're up $828. BNB, we're up $4,000. Ethereum, we're down $800. Jasmy, we're up 5,600. I think these numbers are behind me, so you might not be able to see them. Did we still hold Dimension? That's just been trading sideways for a while there. It's only $61. NetZ, we're down $200. And then Tether, and let's see, we're actually up $27 on Tether. I don't know how that's possible. But Operation Phoenix, we're down $253, down 50% from our initial buy there, so that's not good.
Net Z. Wait, give me a second. Wait, what was Net Z? We should have bought in at 60% and then sold off because it gave us it almost doubled from where we would have bought. So we should have sold out.
We never sold it. We never sold that.
No, we would have though. Like that was part of the rules. Let's see.
Well, we haven't sold our BNB either. I mean, we're up almost a full X on that.
So right here we got in. We would have gone at 60% because we got in back here at 40% of that 40. So we would have put $400, right? And from here 11 cents. Okay, we would have came back down here. So we would have bought in right here at 8. From 8 to 13. No, we would have still held on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we would have still, because we would have been looking at a 1x. So from its lows, it's 4, and at its high, here we go. I mean, how are we doing on cats?
Cats.
Catspa. Or excuse me, Catspa.
I don't think we don't own that. We were tracking it for a while, but we don't own it. So Caspa's been doing all right. People took a lot of money out of that, but it's still probably gonna moon. It looks like it's loading up here for another run up.
So so altogether, what are we up at percentage-wise for the portfolio?
Yeah, Pit Monkey may be behind a little bit. I don't know if you are commenting on Pepsi. We talked about that a while ago. Let's pray for a bridge soon. Yeah, I think the guys will have it. I think they'll have it within the next 2 weeks. They're just talking about it on their TG. Anyway, sorry about that, Pedro. I think Caspa's gonna do its moon thing again. We were talking about a play on Caspa, it was similar to it. Alephium. Alephium? ALEPHIUM, something like that.
What was it?
I think that's what it was, Alephium. I almost bought some, but I didn't.
How do you spell it again?
ALEPH. Yeah, Alephium. That's the first one there. Well, it did.
Oh, yeah.
It did go boom. Yeah, but it came back just like Caspa did.
You can see here.
Jesus, that was loud.
Sorry, I'm sorry. But you can see it came down, hit our zone area here the last few days, at 225-ish area. So nice little area came down into. Yeah, you can see that. So that's that 225 to 217-ish area. And it went from 225 to 253. It's 25%. Boom. And if it continues, yeah, it's got to be above. This is not showing not so much strength. There's a lot of volume though in it. You know, and what's the market cap on this?
Sorry, I was just doing something else.
Well, the thing is, it went from 8 cents back in December or November area, all the way up to $3, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Ran on Crypto Banter was saying that that they'll be coming out with a similar product like Caspa, the specialized miners, and when they do, it would go boom, potentially a 6 to 10x again. So I put it on the list to watch.
Well, right now is a good time to get in. I mean, at that level, and then the next level you would want to see to get in on is right here.
Ugh.
This weekly zone right here. Boom. It's a nice little area right there. And then, so let's check this. Okay.
Lithium, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that chart. Just another one didn't take advantage of and should have. My word.
You caught this on Crypto Banter? He was talking about it.
Yeah, he was talking about him when they mooned way back here at the beginning. Not at the like that first green candle halfway through the chart back. I can't point to
right
it.
here.
Yeah, and that's when they were originally watching it, and then after since Caspa style moon, he came back and said he was talking to the team there, and that they're still. He's like, the moon's not over. You know, when they come out with their version of the Caspa miner, maybe they did, and people sold off the news here. I don't know that, or they haven't done it yet, and when they do, it go boom again. So if it's coming back down into your levels, then maybe a good entry point.
Yeah, that $1.80, and then the other level is right here. This would be the weekly.
Jesus, we've been on for 3 hours.
Oh, really?
Pitmonk, is that Rune, RNT? Rune's got a good future, if that's what that is. RNT.
Let's check it out.
Or is that... No, that's not Rune. That's... Yeah, that's Rune. I don't know. Whatever RNT is.
All right, let's look them up. RNT. One root?
I don't know.
I mean, what are they on?
So we may have been on for Space Gets Us. We may have been on for 3 hours, but 1 hour of it was waiting for Pedro.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, my people. I apologize. That was my bad. But
No, I think Pitmonk's behind a little bit in listening to us. Oh no, he's not. Rencom network. Oh yeah, Rencom. That's right.
Rencom. All right, so let's pull these guys up again.
Thank you, Pitmonk. Oh, I should have known that you were live. You're commenting when I was thanking you for introducing me to the mainnet Z crowd. Duh.
Wow, that's where we can pull them. RNT. Are they on? Let me pull them up here.
Just type in Rencom.
How long they been around?
I think you're about to tell us. No, that didn't work.
Nope.
Oh, well, we'll come on back to that one later. We're coming to the end of the show here. I got to get rolling. I got a big list of things to do today.
The wifey. Give me 1 second. Let's see.
It's coming to the end of the month. I got to do the accounting and all that kind of stuff. Payroll.
Ren. Let's see. RNT. Ren.
Pitmonk says just search on CMC for them.
Here we are. Rencon Network.
I think you picked one with no liquidity there, didn't you?
Yep. Market cap.
$53 liquidity? No, that's not the one. Pitmonk says 3 hours is a very long show. Limit yourself. Well, to be honest, though, it didn't occur to me because this is my first show back. I'm in Central Time Zone, so I'm an hour earlier than I'm UTC -5 now. And so I'm used to doing a show from 12 to 2, so I'm looking at my clock here saying I'm approaching 1:50. All right, it's 1:50 here. And so my mind's thinking, oh, we're coming to the end of our 2-hour show. No, it's 3 hours. That's really...
Rencon. Let's go. RNT. Let's check these guys out. Trading View.
Does not appear to be a good chart. I guess we're not getting the right one, Pitmonk.
Oh, this is it. Let's try.
He says they're on a couple of exchanges.
actually. Nice little sell-off here. So that's nice, actually. It's nice little consolidation here with some decent amount of volume coming in. Yeah, it looks like it might be. I can't put my moving averages on it, but what you would want to do is you want to see if it's above the 8-period moving average with all my other moving averages that I use.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember Pitmonk. It's linked to Jasmy and the Japan government thing and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I remember this now. They just had an issue with their contract. I hope the issue was an insider taking all the money and going to Ibiza for hookers and hookers and booze.
That sounds like fun.
All right, Pedro, we got to wrap this show up here.
Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have... let's see, let's get to the screen here. Tom's screen. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us today. You know what? Let's send this one out on the... with the tunes.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Another day, another show, another good time, another good community interaction.
Always.
Pay attention till tomorrow. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Got a sponsored segment here. I want to show that DeFi Dojo Lounge here that we can pull in the viewers. EarnSphere. Robin, the CEO of EarnSphere, is going to be on to show us how he can empower your investments. And so it should be a great time. We had a great time here waiting for Pedro to come in, especially talking about pepez, the meme coin. You know what? I'm going to promote it whether they pay me or not. But let me be clear, they're not paying me. But it's interesting. It's the first meme coin to develop its own bridge.
Another $10.
Ka-ching! Thank you very much.
Last minute.
Really appreciate it, ka-ching. Thanks. Hopefully the alpha that Pedro gives you and the opinions that I give you more than make up for that $10 in profits and bags. Love it. Royal Q, thank you very much for tuning in. Giving us, as Crypto Lifer says, giving us your most important thing, and that is your time. And all I can say is if you could share our show with your groups and influence, get the other Telegram rooms you hang out, Discords you hang out, or down on the street corner too. It's all good. So as they say, on behalf of Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst, and myself, although my name is Tom, and you know me as Striking Balls here on the DYOR Media Network, thank you for tuning in today. See you tomorrow.